Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are going over some Diablo 4 patch notes before the full release to everybody, because they went through and released some. So let's get into it here. So they have some buffs and nerfs going on, and this is going to happen to all platforms. And this is slated for, that's going to be happening for the 1.02 patch. So they're just, making some balance adjustments to certain classes, namely the barbarian and the rogue, because they're the top two classes that are, out pushing everybody. They're buffing the necromancer, with some slight buffs. And overall they're nerfing everybody in their Paragon board slightly. So we'll kind of go over that as we get to that. So that's pretty much what this is saying, what's going to happen, their TLDR, what's going on. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Barbarians, skill change, challenging shout, damage reduction gained from the skill reduced from 4% to 2%. So you're going to take a little bit more damage if you're taking that. Legendary aspects, the bold chieftain aspect, the cooldown reduction per nearby enemy reduced from the 2.7 to 5.4 seconds is now from 1 second to 1.9 seconds. Huge nerf for those guys running that. And the maximum cooldown reduction from 12 seconds down to 6. So that is a huge reduction, cooldown nerf to you guys on that. Aspect of the dire whirlwind, increased critical chance per second reduced from 5 to 10% to 3 to 8%. And the max chance bonus reduced from 20 to 40% down to 9 to 24%. Huge again. That's another big nerf. So that's kind of going to gut down a little bit on the whirlwind builds that people are building on. And item change, the guard damage script, explosion damage against whirlwind reduced from 50 to 70 to 16 to 26, and damage against wreckable objects no longer increased explosion damage. Explosion damage is only increased by the first 100 hits of whirlwind. So some change there, mainly a nerf. So druid unfortunately got their werebearer stance nerfed a bit. The lucky hit chance reduced from 33 to 25%. Lightning storm, you got increase in damage from 32 to 40%. The grizzly rage, you get a little bit of a damage increase, not a whole lot. So from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, and 18%. Not a whole lot, but still, you're going to be feeling it's mainly because of the lucky hit chance, so you're going to be really feeling it. The class spec kills required a bonus. Kills required for bonus increase from 10 to 20, so that is in your passive. I don't have that, but it's one of your last things that you bonding with the spirits and stuff. The very first one with the snake, it's going to take longer to get this, double the time now. Calm before the storm, lucky hit chance reduced from 15 to 10, and the passives that are changing the damage increase for electric shock from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, and 18 again. Not too bad. Shockwave aspect damage reduced from, that's going to be another nerf here. You're going to take more damage now because the werebearer was super tanky. They're trying to not make it that tanky and damaging. Crash zone aspect, critical strike damage reduced from 40 to 50% to 30 to 40. So you're going to cap at the 40. So it's not that major, but it's still going to hurt a bit for you guys. Lightning dancer aspect, flat damage increase has been just increased overall, so that's going to be nice for those guys that are running that aspect. Now, Necromancer, this is the class that I'm playing the most right now, and I am liking what they're changing. It's not gonna hurt us, but it's not gonna like send us to the moon or anything like that. So damage increase of the blood lance skill. I'm not using it, but that's a nice for those that are doing a blood build. From 67.5% to 80%. Army of the Dead. This is going to be super nice to see that we're going to get, the damage increase by 15% and cooldown taking 20 seconds off of it just to allow us to use it more often. That's going to be nice. Blood Wave for those that are building blood or doing the, being a Bloodmancer instead. Another nice thing seeing that your ultimate skill just got increased by another 30%. Shadow Blight, this is the build that I'm running with. Seeing an increase by 2%. Gonna be nice to see. Grim Harvest. Essence gain reduced from... So this is the only nerf that I'm seeing. This is where consuming a corpse gets essence back. So we're losing from 3, 6, and 9 to 2, 4, and 6. So we're only going to cap at 6. So it's going to make it mandatory to max it out now as soon as possible, but not too bad. Serration crit chance reduce from 0.5% and 1.5% to 0.3, 0.6, and 0.9. So, be nice, but it's okay. Defense. This I was reading last night and I was like, wait, what? This didn't make sense at first, but now it actually makes more sense. From a single source, they can't take more than 75% chance, or 75, 60, or 45% of their total life from a single source. But now they're buffing it to 60, 45, and 30, so they will only lose 30%, so they can stay up to 70% when from a source that's going to hurt them. So that's going to be nice, buffing your minions. Ray Skeleton Warriors attack damage increase by 10%. Golem getting their damage increase. They're not buffing the mage, luckily, because that would just be a little too much, because they're sitting back too far. Blood Golem is getting its life drain damage increase and the healing increase. That's going to be nice for the Bloodmancers. They're keeping them. Iron Golem, slam damage increase from... This is a huge increase, 25 to 175, and the shockwave damage increase from 30 to 40. Huge damage increase there. That's going to be nice for those guys. And the Paragon board, I haven't gotten into this, so I haven't really seen how well this is going to be nice, but the Golem life and damage increased by 30 to 40% of life. That's going to be nice. Cult Leader damage bonus increase from 10 to 15. I'm hoping that's something good, but we'll see when it gets there. Rogue, this was the most broken class, and they're getting quite the changes around. The Twisting Blade cooldown reduction per enemy hit is down 1 point from 2.5 to, or 0.25 to 0.1 seconds, so reducing that so it doesn't spam up so fast. And the maximum cooldown reduction from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, so it's going to take longer to get to the maximum cooldown, but you don't get nearly as much cooldown. Rapid fire damage, you're getting a damage increase on that skill for 6%. Dark Shroud, damage reduction per shadow gain skill reduced from 0.8 to 0.4. Dash, enhanced dash critical damage bonus from 20 to 15, so that's a nerf. They didn't really say that. Catatrope, damage increase from 30 to 40. Nice there. They're just trying to change some things up on the metal build, really, on that. Concussive crit strike reduced from 5, 10, 15 to 4, 8, 12%. The legendary affix changes, maximum minion life lost on a single damage instance reduced from 75. So same thing that happened with the Necro is happening here with the Rogue. Sorcerer, Skill change, Arc Lash, lucky hit chance reduced from 30% to 14. Glaring Arc Lash cooldown reduction from 0.25 to 0.15 seconds. Teleport, Shimmering Teleport damage reduction duration from 5 to 3 seconds. Okay. The legendary aspect of control, bonus damage reduction from 30 to 40 to 25 to 35. So, not major, but knocking 5% off totally. Not too bad. General, miscellaneous class changes, druid companions and necromancer minions. The maximum damage over time taken by per damage instance reduced from 2 to 1 maximum life. So that's not too bad. That will help keep them alive longer. Now, Paragon board, this is where, the attack speed is being reduced, so you're going to attack slower. Glyphs, all the glyphs are being pretty much reduced by 30-40% except for the following. The critical strike damage is 66. Vulnerable, 66. Bonus for rare nodes reduced by 50. Bonus magic nodes by 40. And the cold, fire, lightning, non-physical, physical nodes reduced by 62.5%. Overall, trying to tone us down before we get really into full-on late game. They may revert these, who knows. The treasure goblins and PvP zones aren't going to happen so much. And then just kind of some small little changes there. But overall, that is the patches that we got for that. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys, since launch is literally within, at the time of the recording, about 30 hours away. So we're going full on Diablo 4 launch tomorrow. So let me know in the comment section down below what class you are playing, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned.